So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here in the new mobility world. We are here at the Forum main stage, and we are about to start the big finale of our startup challenge. Backstage, the teams are waiting, and to be honest, they are a little bit excited. So maybe we can send them some energy from the audience backstage. So maybe you can give a round of applause like level 3. Yeah? You put all your energy together and yeah, send them your energy, please. In 3, 2, 1. All right. Feels good, feels good. So, ladies and gentlemen, together with the startup Sesame, which is Europe's largest alliance of tech events, the new mobility world has created an international challenge for mobility startups called New Mobility World Lab 17. And all of this was initiated by the VDA as a way to bring together startups, SMEs, and automotive companies to support innovations in the area of new mobility. 10 international mobility startups are pitching now in the final round, and they are battling for prizes valued at over 100,000 euros. So before we get to know the teams, I would like to ask Ben Costantini on stage. He is the founder and CEO of startup Sesame. Ben, that's your round of applause. Welcome on stage.
Thank you very much.
You received the energy backstage?
Yeah, great energy with the starters backstage. They are ready to go.
Perfect. So at the moment, in the field of new mobility, there is so much potential. So what opportunities do you see for startups?
Well, you know, in 2004, when Google Maps arrived, it was a major innovation for the mobility industry. And it wasn't a car manufacturer who did it. Today, we see startups, coming to this space with great ideas and a way to challenge the industry and, make it at a faster speed. So anything around artificial intelligence, blockchain, VR, AR, all these areas, and I would say anything that is deep tech related, that is, a faster speed of execution, is where startups can come, in play.
And why are these challenges like the lab are so important?
Well, for us, we started our mobility program over a year ago, and when we had the opportunity to collaborate with New Mobility World and IAA, we thought it was perfect to bring together the most exciting startups in front to investors and companies, OEMs, car manufacturers. So these type of challenges is a great way to engage, a larger community. We had over 30 partners involved in this, like sharing the call for entry, getting involved with judging the applications online, and bringing here the top of the top to this audience is a very great way to accelerate, this go-to-market thing.
So the challenge New Mobility World Lab 17 was well received. There were entries from over 25 countries. So how would you rate the quality of the entries? So quality.
So we had over 150 applications, and it was very hard to judge in that sense, but we had also a large group of online judges that were involved in this process. The quality, I would say here, is a matter of finding, those companies that are ready for a certain, type of activities. So today we have the Freshmen, so younger companies that didn't raise yet a Series A, and tomorrow we have companies that are later stage. Quality very high, very hard to make, the cut and the decision. And something that was taken into account was to have a diverse group of startups. So presenting companies that do very diverse things. And actually, the first one that we'll pitch today is kind of outside of the mobility industry, as you will see.
Okay, so today we have the Freshmen on stage, and tomorrow you are more than welcome to join us again. We will have the seniors. So for you, we have a seat reserved, yeah?
I will sit with my friends over there.
Over there, okay. So you can relax now and enjoy the show. And thank you very much. Ben, this is your round of applause. So Ben already mentioned the judge. So of course we need a jury. And I would ask them now on stage, and we need again your energy. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the jury. welcome. Hi. Welcome on stage. Nice to meet you. Hi. 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 So, Philipp, that's you.
Yeah, that's
Okay. I would like to introduce yourself that we can get to know you, and yeah, you can start.
Of course. Well, first of all, thanks for having me. I'm Philipp. I'm with Index Ventures. We've been investing in technology companies for over 25 years, both in Europe and in the US. And we're pretty much stage agnostic, so we're investing from seed over venture to growth. And we're also pretty much like sector agnostic, so we invest from, let's say, consumer applications, mobile gaming, over enterprise software, SaaS solutions to mobility. And actually, this is why you'll find two of our portfolio companies here at IAA today. So Kano, the robotics company, as well as BlaBlaCar, the ride-sharing platform from Paris today.
Perfect. So thanks for being here in the judge. And Orlie, it's your turn now.
Hi, I'm Orlie from Ecomotion. We're a smart transportation community that brings all the actors together in Israel. So government, industry, academia, investors, but we put in the front and center the startups, which create today and bring the innovative solution to today's challenges. So we do a lot of activities, and we love to support.
Great. So Marc, what about you?
Marc. So I'm Marc. I'm actually leading the incubation for Michelin for Europe. So we have our internal incubation program where we take ideas from employees as well as ideas from business units that are usually outside of the regular tire business. You may see on one of our booths, we just introduced a new technology with a flexible wheel with one of our partners, Maxion. And also very interesting in the ecosystem, especially for me in Europe, but we do have offices also in China, as well as one in North America.
Great. So, Saul?
Hi, everybody. My name is Saul Reichman. Like Orlie, I'm from Israel. I'm a technology innovation advisor for one of Israel's biggest car importers, Carasso Motors, and also an angel investor, well invested in the automotive space. So definitely interested to be here. Thanks.
Thank you. Tanja?
Hi. Welcome from my side as well. My name's Tanja Kufner. I've been a VC since 1997. I've focused for the last 4 years on mobility, and I work on behalf of big corporates like Mercedes and Cisco and Airbus, and scout early-stage startups for a company called Startupbootcamp, and they join our program for 3 months. I have 36 more early-stage, some very late-stage companies in the portfolio, and I can't wait to hear the pitches today.
So last but not least, Dirk.
Hi, I'm Dirk, and I'm a publishing director of 2 magazines. One is Car IT, and the other one is Automotive IT.
Perfect. Yeah, continue.
Oh,
that's it?
okay.
KISS, keep it simple and stupid. So perfect. Have your seats over there, and it's great to have you here on stage as our jury. And of course, we need now the teams on stage. And we begin with the first team. And to tell you what's going on now, first we have a pitch, about 4 minutes. And after that, it's your time. You ask questions, and they are answering it. So 5 minutes for Q&A. And we start with our first team, our first startup. It's AkousticArts from France. Welcome. Okay. To the center, to the center. How are you feeling? Feeling good?
Very good.
Okay, look at the audience. They're so lovely and they're ready to hear it from you now. 4 minutes time for the pitch.
Yeah.
Good luck. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
And here we go.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Hello. My name is Miriam. I'm from AkousticArts, a French startup dedicated to sound innovation. And I'm here to talk about sound pollution and noise. Well, as you are well aware, today people bring all their mobile contents everywhere, all the time, be it at work, in the street, in public transportation, at your home, or in a fair like this one, or even within your car. You can check it. People always get mobile phone, tablets, laptops. And the thing is, 3/4 of these mobile contents are audio contents. And the problem is with audio content that you create sound pollution. You want it or not, but it makes noise, definitely. So my question is, how can you create different sound spaces and sound areas in order to play your audio content, but without disturbing people? How can you manage to listen to your music without disturbing people around? So as a solution, as an answer, AkousticArts has developed an ultra-directional sound technology, and this technology creates a very precise beam of sound. If you stand within this beam of sound, you will be able to listen to your music, voices, whatever, and if you just have a step aside, you get out of the beam, you have no sound anymore. So in terms of feeling, it's like having a sound bubble around your head. Integrated to a car, this technology enables you, for example, to precisely guide the sound to the driver for the GPS, or to upgrade the safety pack by audio warnings. Or just let's go a bit further. Here, you have an example. You can multiply audio contents within the very same car without disturbing the other passengers. It means that everyone can listen to all its or her audio contents, music, radio, or the children backside, watching the same movie over and over and over again. But you can do that without creating additional noise. And the thing is, you don't have to put on the headphones that stop social interaction. So this is not just a mere fantasy. What I mean is that we have already started this kind of projects with some of the leading car manufacturers in the world. So the thing is, in the coming years, we can expect to see a car or any vehicle equipped with directional sound option. And at AkousticArts, our goal for the coming, let's say, 5 years, we really do wait for the moment where all the vehicles will be equipped with this technology. It can be cars, but it can be also buses, trains, or airplanes, for a very new, innovative way of experiencing the travel. So maybe the best way to demonstrate is just to make a demo. So I haven't brought the automotive car with me, of course, but I have brought a speaker equipped with our technology. Oh, yeah, it's on my microphone, but I guess you will have it. Have you it? I need some help sometimes because You have it? Huh? Cool. Maybe like this. And now for the public, maybe? Oh, yeah, yeah, sorry. Yeah, it can be loud sometimes. If you can just, stand up your hands so I know exactly where I am. Oh, yeah, thank you. Oh, you're making the show very good. Thanks for your attention.
Perfect. Great job. So now come to this position, because now we have 5 minutes for the jury, and they will ask you now questions. So jury, let's go.
Can you share with me how is your technology differentiated compared to other directional sound technologies?
I can't hear you properly, sorry.
How is your technology different than other directional sound technologies out there?
Most of all the other technology are mainly based on the hardware. So it's mostly the transducers itself that makes the sound directional, right? On the contrary, we don't make the sound directional, strictly speaking. We use a natural phenomenon, the directionality of high frequencies, and actually we change the frequency in order to make it hearable by human ear. But it's 80% based on a software, and we are not limited in this way in the form factor or in the shape. We are scalable to almost any size. This is the biggest one that we have, but we can be integrated into a mobile phone, so that's quite different. Plus, we are at the very beginning of the technology, and we know how to deal to get a very good sound quality in order to play music properly as well, thanks to the software.
So it's both software and hardware?
Hardware helps to get this result, but the good quality of sound, the directionality, and the sound volume are all mostly based on our software technology. That's why we're so flexible with the size and with the different form factors.
Go ahead. You say that you're already working with 5 OEMs?
Oh, not 5,
No?
but not especially 5, but yeah, we have started to work with some of the leading car manufacturers and original equipment manufacturers for automotive sectors.
So do you know how long your sales cycle is, approximately, or how, you know, like, what's your ask? Like, what's the hardest thing for you right now, selling your product into more of the tier 1s or whatever?
Well, actually, about selling the product for us means selling the speaker, and it's another market. We sell the product for museum, retail shops, people who need the speaker. But for the automotive sector, we co-develop a new concept, a new car, but we have to rethink the form factor, so we have to redevelop a specific product, because every car has its specific shape.
Oh, that's right.
In terms of needs, the main problem that we have right now is that we are only the 6 of us, so we are understaffed for all the projects that have been asked. But let's say we're running 3 major projects, and we expect to show a car in the coming years.
You show us your product, and it seems to be large in size. Can you make it smaller?
Yes, of
course.
course.
My first question. And is there potentially other markets that are easier to access than the OEMs?
I'm sorry?
Is there potential other markets that are easier to get, rather than the OEMs?
Yeah, there are a lot of markets, actually. I'm not talking about the speaker itself, but just the integration of this technology, which is more interesting to work on. Automotive market, aeroplanes. We also work for mobility devices. So imagine, for example, we have started to think about integrating that into a television. And thanks to this software, we will be able, for example, to divide the beam, so we can have 2 different audio contents, and you see with the television that can, make sense. We will work to have a better control of the beam as well. So with a remote, you will be able to move the beam, and we will control the beam in all its spatial dimension. Medical applications too. Well, mobile phone applications. There are a lot of applications too.
So you can make it smaller?
Well, if we're talking about the hardware, yeah, of course. And then it's just a question of how do you want to use the directional sound. We can make it smaller, yeah, because it doesn't depend on the form factor.
And are you looking to replace existing conventional sound systems, or is it more kind of like for you that this is comes in addition on top of what's
It's additional, definitely, because with directional sound, we will never be hi-fi quality, like we will never be a Devialet or Bose quality. It's more to be thought like functional sound. You want sound here and not there. Of course, we aim at having a good quality of sound, so you can properly listen to your music at home or in your car. But the thing is, we don't want to challenge the traditional market.
Yay! Done!
That's quite scary, the boom.
You can give her a round of applause. Yeah. So, just tell me, what was easier, the pitch or the Q&A session?
The Q&A session, because it's less scary just to answer questions rather than to speak in front of all these people that I don't know, but I'm very happy to be introduced to you.
Yes, and now you can relax and
Absolutely.
You can enjoy the show. And yeah, thank you very much. You're number 1,
yeah.
AkousticArts. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, take it with you and yes, just hand it over, because now we're getting ready for our next startup, and it's a startup from Germany, from Düsseldorf, TeleRetail. Welcome. Hi.
Hello.
So, this is your place, your position, and you have 4 minutes for the pitch, and the 4 minutes start now.
Okay. Thank you for coming here. We are there's the first picture missing.
Over there.
Okay. Can I go back? Yeah. We are TeleRetail. We automate local logistics. The picture shows one of our transporters. We actually have 2 of them here at the show. The idea of those transporters is to be self-driving vehicles, which can be used to run local errands, which can be used by postal services. They can be used to automate anything that needs to be transported. The idea started when we realized how much traffic and congestion and how much emission is being emitted by cars transporting sometimes just a little piece of grocery or some other product. So we thought, well, why don't we make it compact, just as large as it should be, so that it can be transported autonomously, and thereby developing the software to enable all kinds of small transporters to run those little errands. And the idea, obviously, once we are successful and we are on a good way, is to save millions of users, hypothetically billions of hours. So we started with a logistics orchestration platform, which enables us to use our platform in areas where there is no law yet in place to allow the use of our transporters. We can already include taxis, we can include couriers, and therefore start to address markets today. And while we have already built our first 2 prototypes, which are basically little self-driving cars, they use the same sensors. We have developed what's called a sensor fusion platform to account for all the information and to enable the vehicle to find itself and to deliver what needs to be delivered. It's a big challenge, and we're happy that we found some great partners to join us. Today, ThyssenKrupp announced their partnership. They want to use it in the future to transport spare parts for their elevators. We're working with the Swiss Post. Obviously, they face an endless amount of logistic challenges. We're working with local stores in Valais, and we're even working with Vodafone. They're interested in using the platform to measure their 5G networks in the future. The challenge is actually quite big, and just on this show and over the last couple of weeks, we have been approached by a couple of city developers who are interested to use our technology and to build cities in the future so that our services can be integrated. We will start in Bern. At the 26th of this month, Mountain View will make a decision if we can test there. And we're obviously in Düsseldorf, and there is an entire 40,000 people city being built in Puerto Argentina. They also want to integrate this. And, well, there is a large city, as much as 20 million in China, that, well, obviously is also interested in using the latest technologies to automate logistics in cities in the future. And this is it.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Yeah, you can give it to me. So now the jury is waiting for you. 5 minutes, Q&As. Here we go.
You speak of the future, but where are you at in technology readiness level? You have this, it exists already, it's already driving autonomously, or development-wise?
It can currently drive at 6 kilometers per hour.
6?
6 kilometers. The ultimate goal is to have it drive up to 50 kilometers per hour. That will happen in a couple of years. Obviously, then we are able to participate in road traffic, and at the moment we're limited to sidewalks or pedestrian areas, which makes it a little bit more complicated, but at this time, from a legal perspective, easier for us to get started.
You mentioned that you're developing regional logistics, so this is very, it should be very local. So I was wondering, how do you scale this? You mentioned different cities, so of course this relates to different regulations, so how are you tackling this?
our core development is actually the software.
Okay.
So the software to enable the vehicle to drive around, find its way, and back. So once we have successfully done that, the shape and form of the vehicle can be anything. So we will be then opening it up to vehicle manufacturers who can customize it to the specific application while we continue to develop the actual software.
I'm curious. There are a few others in that space or in adjacent category. I think Marble and Starship technologies that I think got backing from Daimler. So how can you make sure that you're staying ahead of the pack and
Well, we find that the key to stay ahead is the software development, the ability to sign up customers, great partners, and find, well, application cases. And we have been very successful with that. So while with these developments, I think we will remain in the lead. Obviously, it's a diverse market, and I think there is space for all of those companies.
And just lastly, with ThyssenKrupp, for instance, is that an industrial application? So on their in their facilities, in their factories, or
no? Actually, they're thinking about using it in cities so that it can be used in very large cities where the elevator maintenance crews typically need spare parts in a very short period of time. So then those self-driving transporters would be used to bring those parts. And the part sizes are actually just large enough so they can fit in our transporter while at this time already.
What does your cap table look like? How have you been funded? If you've acquired all these corporate partners, you must be a little bit further along. How does that look?
We have been self-funded. We also won a couple of grants. And we're now starting to look for partners because realizing our own funds are not unlimited. So we are looking for partners to build this together with.
Okay.
Any more questions?
I can go on one, but how do you see the cohabitation of the cars and, I mean, all that transition period before everything will come autonomous? How do you see these little things moving around and without any danger to bicycles or whatever?
Can you say the first part again, please?
No, I'm saying, how do you see that vehicles going around with the mix of, cars, trucks, bicycles, and everything?
Yeah, it is a challenge. That's why we want to be on the street as fast as possible so we can move at the speed of traffic and then can use similar sensors as cars. And then it becomes less complicated than it is on sidewalks where you have, well, a wider variety of unpredictable movements. But it is a challenge, and it will not happen overnight. So before we can really participate in road traffic, will probably not be before 2020.
Could you tell us a few words about your monetization strategy? How are you looking to make money?
It could be licensed. We're actually starting a project with the European Space Agency, which is funded by the European Space Agency. We start that project in October, and it's a 6-month project during which we will play through different scenarios together with the Swiss Post, trying to find out what's the best strategy, how to make money, how to apply the technology, and obviously there's a huge number of options, ranging from licensing the software all the way to licensing. Okay.
There is no fire. No. But the time is over.
Okay.
So congratulations. High five. Yes. It's done. So just tell me, last night, how was it for you? Nervous, or it was just a night?
Nervous, but hoping to be prepared. This is a great event and much larger than I expected. So.
Yeah, you did great. So thank you very much for being on stage. We see each other again for the final. So
thank you.
Let's hear a round of applause. Thank you. Yes, you can take this exit. So I have it with me. So We are looking forward now to the third finalist, and the startup is coming from Luxembourg, and the name is CarPay-Diem. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi. So this is a remote control.
Thank you.
You ready?
Hope so.
You have to say I was born ready.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready.
So 4 minutes now for you for the pitch.
Yeah.
And the time starts now.
Hi, everyone. My name is Fred Stjernen, and I'm the founder of CarPay-Diem. I have a question for you. How do you feel when your car runs out of fuel? Are you happy? Is it the best moment of your week? Probably not. You have to go to the station, take the fuel, enter into the shop, and then wait to be finally able to pay. And this is the problem. As a driver, you want to have a better and a faster user experience when you are in a fuel station. But on his side, the fuel retailer, he wants to sell you more than just fuel. This is why, at CarPay-Diem, we have developed... Actually, it's not moving. OK. This is why, at CarPay-Diem, we have a platform that allows any mobile app or connected car to activate any fuel pump and manage the payment from inside the car. We also allow the fuel station to send big deals to the display of the drivers. The user experience is very simple. When you arrive in the fuel station, automatically, your display is switched on. It could be your phone or your connected car, and it asks you to select your pump. Then, you are invited to take fuel. You take the nozzle, refill the car, place the nozzle back. When you place the nozzle back, instantly, you receive your receipt on the display, including an offer from the station you are in, offer that is based on your profile. We started 1 year ago in Luxembourg. Now we are expanding in Belgium, in UK, and in France. Our goal is to be present in 12 countries in the next 5 years. How do we go in all these countries? Actually, this is a three-step approach. First thing, we need to have millions of customers. Remember, I said CarPay-Diem is not an app. CarPay-Diem is a service that integrates into existing popular mobile apps or in connected cars, meaning that each time a partner integrates our service, millions of drivers can use it in the fuel stations. Second thing, we have developed a platform that allows, that is actually completely compatible with the majority. Thank you. We have developed a platform that is completely compatible with the vast majority of the fuel pump equipment providers, meaning that today we have more than 85,000 fuel stations compatible with our platform. When you have millions of customers and the possibility to connect to so many pumps, actually you are able to discuss with the fuel retailers that just want to have your customers coming in their stations. And this is how we go on every market. We provide value to everyone of the fuel ecosystem. The driver has more, a better user experience. The car maker and the app providers are also able to propose a new service to the driver. And finally, the fuel stations is able to sell more than just fuel. Oops. This is the CarPay-Diem team. This is probably the best team you can find for such an ambitious project. You have there more than a century of expertise in mobile payment, fuel business, and corporate management, and fuel industry. I would like to thank you for your attention.
So thanks to you. Just keep the microphone. I can take this. And now we have 5 minutes for the Q&A, and we start now.
How is your technology company addressing the shift to electric vehicle? that's something that I'd like you to address. And I'd like to better understand if your technology is also patented and what is patented.
First question concerning the electrical vehicle. Actually, we are able to activate fuel pumps that are older than 25 years. So we are also able to activate electrical charging poles. We will have a first pilot in Belgium and in France, beginning of Q1 next year. Concerning the patent, actually, there is no possibility to patent because it is more a methodology, a method, than a real patent that can be placed.
Got it.
Could you tell us a few words about your distribution strategy? Because like I saw that you were talking about like integrating with other services, like as probably through an SDK or something. But you could, why don't you build your own app for this?
We don't build our own app because the main difficulty will be to have people using it and downloading it, but opening their account.
But you do the couponing. People would love that, right?
Hopefully, yes.
If you get the fuel price, you can drive people to a station, to a fuel station. Yeah. Say like, look here, go to Shell, you get a discount and like a croissant on top or something. Yeah,
but actually, creating an app is not complex, but it costs a lot to make it available, to make the public aware of the existence of this app. It's faster and it costs less for us to integrate our service in cars or in existing app, because with one contract, we reach millions of customers. I launched another company 5 years ago, and we created our own app. We spent millions in trying to have people downloading the app.
But you have those fuel stations, which essentially would do the advertising for you, right?
Yeah.
So, no need to spend millions. I mean, I'm just challenging it.
No problem. The main difficulty of the fuel stations is that they want to have this user experience, but only in their own station. But as a driver, will you download an app that only allows you to take fuel at Aral or at Total? This is not the position that we have taken on the market. We are able to connect you with one single app to the different brand of fuel retailers. And so the approach is different than creating an app and promoting it on the market.
Can you explain your business model real quick? So obviously you're going to take a commission, but can you walk us through the revenue streams?
Yes, the revenue stream is based first on a setup cost. Every station that wants to access to have CarPay-Diem implemented needs to pay first setup costs. Then there is a subscription, monthly subscription, and finally there is a transaction fee that is taken per transaction or based on the volume, depending on the negotiation we have and the position we have on the market. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's your biggest like competition? Is it contactless payments at the fuel stations, or is it what do you see yourself as? Is it more like a payment method, like a convenience method, or is it more like the couponing side, like driving traffic?
For the moment, there are plenty of solutions that are trying to propose the same service as what we do. But their positioning is always stuck to one technology or one brand or only loyalty, for example. We are not competing with the existing ecosystem. We are just a link between the drivers and the fuel station, and whatever kind of mobile payment or even not mobile payment, we are able to allow you to pay with PayPal in your fuel station. We just create this link that is not existing today. And because we have this link, we can collect a lot of data. And this data will be also valuable later on, and this will come later in our business model. But today, it's too early to know exactly what we will be able to do with all this data.
I'm coming back to these electrical cars that are coming. I mean, usually you will have time, right? The time to recharge is going to be longer. So you will want to get out of the car and have some kind of experience. So what is the need of your application in that, with that?
What we can propose actually is a service that allows any GPS app to present all the charging poles around, and you can book a charging pole, and then we will automatically start for initiate the payment for the booking, but also then afterwards for the consumption of the electricity. This is again a service that we can provide, but all the app editor will define themselves what they want to do with it. They will say, okay, CarPay-Diem is a switch to activate the pump. What can I do all over all this?
Time's over.
Thank you.
I do a high five every time. So congratulations. Just one short question. You mentioned that you have 3 colleagues in the team. Yeah. Are they with you here? Or?
2 of them are there.
Are there? Oh, okay. And we have a closer look now. Are you happy with him on stage? You too? So you're happy. Okay, great. So good job, and see you later. And enjoy the time now. It's done. Bye. So now it's time for number 4, the finalist number 4, and the name is Hawa Dawa from Munich. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome on stage. So this is a remote control.
Fine.
This is your position. This is the audience. This is a jury. And this is a time. 4 minutes, as you can see. And we start the 4 minutes for the pitch now.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing fine. My name is Heiko Erhardt. I'm co-founder of Hawa Dawa, which means as much as clean air in a number of languages. Air quality is our topic, a good topic and an important one. Traffic has been recognized as a major contributor to air pollution. So this is in the back of everybody's head, and we need to deal with it. So what can we do about it? There are a number of high-tech approaches how to tackle the problem. All these approaches require a variety of data. And we do have a lot of data, except for one of our most valuable goods, that's air quality. So this is how we measure air quality today. High-precision measurement containers, $100,000 each. In Munich, where I come from, we get 3 of them. So we have a punctual knowledge about air quality, but we do not have comprehensive knowledge about how's the air quality at a particular point, at a particular time. And this is what we need in order to plan and control activities against air pollution. So we have a solution to the problem. We're using an IoT-based network of comparatively cheap sensors to measure the concentration of the most important pollutions throughout the city. We combine this data with a model of the city where we know about wind funnels, low ventilation zones, add current traffic information, and also take into consideration the weather conditions. So we use a machine learning techniques to derive from this model a complete and high-resolution map of the air quality in urban areas, even at points where we do not have even sensors installed, and that real-time and live. So what can we do with these data? Of course, we can assess and analyze the real air quality situation in the city. Use it for city planning in order to plan really effective actions against bad air. We can also use these data to intelligently control traffic, enabling ecologically optimized navigation in future scenarios in combination with autonomous driving capabilities. There's a big potential for reducing emissions. There are a number of other use cases, for example, insurance, real estate valuation, etc. So we have been awarded a number of awards which show us we're on the right track and we are there at the right time. We're working with renowned experts in the field, and since the topic is pretty hot, we have a big public visibility, which opens us many doors. So the large corporations are very interested in what we're doing, and we have been invited to a number of pilot projects in Germany and in Switzerland. We have an interdisciplinary team. which requires have all the capabilities that we need. We want the traffic turnaround to happen and to be successful. And we make the invisible visible and deliver the
Unfortunately, the time is over. Unfortunately, yes, unfortunately. But it's done, the first part. But now we're ready for the second part. 5 minutes for the Q&A, and we start now.
I have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
So the sensors, where do you implement them, and how much radius does it sense? Like, how many do you need to put, and how wide a city? Have you tried it with a city already?
Sorry, could you rephrase? The acoustic
So where do you implement the sensor, the first?
Yeah.
In what? Where in the city?
Oh, okay.
Where in the infrastructure?
Okay. So we can mount the sensors to public structures, to bus stations, to public lighting, to wherever.
And how many do you need, like every couple of how many meters?
For a city like Munich, we would need, for example, around 150 sensors.
150?
That should do the job.
And you tried it already with the city?
We have tried, in Munich, we have rolled out about 30 sensors. We are now starting a second pilot project in Munich, which is around a particular quarter, which is also in combination with an app that informs the inhabitants of the quarter about the current air pollution situation and lets them choose between different means of transport according to the current pollution situation.
How much is a sensor?
Pardon?
How much is one sensor?
Sorry,
how much is one sensor?
How much does it cost?
Around 4 to 5,000 euro.
4 to 5,000 for one?
Yeah.
Okay.
45,000.
Yeah.
Sorry, I asked too many questions.
And your first paying customer will be the municipality? I'm trying to understand the business model. Who will be paying for this?
Yeah.
Okay. Of course, the cities are interested in providing information about air pollution to their citizens, and they are heavily interested in preventing having to issue driving bans, which has really big economic consequences. The industry, which will provide smart traffic solutions, is of course also very interested in this kind of data. And the data is actually where the fun is.
But who will be your first paying customer?
So our first paying customer will be the city of Munich. So represented by a fine.
And they pre-finance then the installation of the sensors? Because you said like it's 150 for Munich times 4.5K. That takes me, I don't know, roughly to like 6 million or something.
Yeah. Of course, in the pilot project, we go in a bit cheaper. This is really doing about pilots. Yeah. And of course, the strategy is really to roll out the sensors as fast as possible. So we are talking to some bigger names in the industry who are interested in going along with this.
I'm not sure I understood. You provide the information to everyone, right? So it's like a grid, and you know where the pollution is. But what do you do with that? What the city is going to do with that? I mean, you just inform everybody, and then somebody will choose to do half an hour more journey to avoid being in the pollution?
So we are the provider of information. We're data provider. We don't go into these systems that, for example, automate traffic control. There are others who do that. Yeah? But they need input. They don't have it at the moment. That's the problem.
Okay, so you're going to direct the traffic lights depending on that information.
Yeah, that's companies like Siemens or IBM or whoever. Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out your distribution strategy. Is it easiest to partner with telcos and put your sensors on the towers? Or it's like I'm trying to figure out who you can partner with that could cover that, because maybe Munich has the money, but in the city of Berlin would never pay for a single one of these sensors. They're just poor, right? They don't have the money.
So for example, We're just about to set up a pilot project in Bern. And for example, Swisscom is a partner who is highly interested in doing that.
Yeah.
So you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they want the data too. Is this a Fraunhofer spin-out, or where did you guys come up with the idea?
Pardon?
Is this a Fraunhofer spin-out?
Yeah, it's one of our partners we're doing this, especially in terms of sensor calibration. There's a lot of science involved. So, and we're pretty much talking on an eye level with them.
Which takes me to the question of IP, very quickly. Do you have the IP or intellectual property?
We are working.
About it later.
Patent strategy is definitely one of the to-dos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Okay.
It's traditional. We do a high five. Yes.
Let's do it.
Done.
Okay.
Yay.
Thank you.
So I have the remote control and one question. So we spent the whole time here in this hall. So what about the air quality here? Is it okay or is it?
I can't tell. I didn't measure it.
Shall we leave? Shall we leave? No, it's okay.
It's fine. I'm still alive.
Okay, so we stay here, and I hope you stay here as well because we will have the award ceremony later. And
I intend to.
We cross our fingers.
Okay,
for you.
thank you.
So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's hear a round of applause. And we have one startup waiting backstage, and it's neteera from the USA. Welcome. Nice to have you here. So, this is your position, and 4 minutes for you, and the 4 minutes starts now.
Thank you very much for having me here. My name is Isaac Littman, and I'm the CEO of neteera Technologies. So what it is that we do, I mean, at neteera, the previous position that I had was the CEO of Mobileye Products. And I had a lot of discussions with car manufacturers where they came and said, can you take what you do in the outside and use it in the inside? I said, why do you want to know what happens with the driver? And he said, it's very important. We know that we are in the midst of a revolution. Autonomous driving is coming. Now, when you drive your car, you can adapt, you can change. You're after dinner, you can drive slower. You're going to the gym, you drive faster. You can drive any way you like. When there's an artificial intelligence driving the car, it doesn't know how you feel. It will drive the same way. And actually 30 to 40% of the people that were test subjects in autonomous vehicles reported that they felt nausea and disorientation. We want to know how you feel. We want to know if you are stressed, because the artificial intelligence can change the driving style in order for you to enjoy the ride. On top of that, of course, we talk about fatigue, safety, customer engagement. So neteera went out and we developed a solution based on a combination of a semiconductor that is a sensor. Basically, that sensor is some sort of a micro radar that is looking at the driver or the vehicle occupants. We are looking through the clothes at the skin, and from the skin we can get high-quality information that is like EKG. Think about it. You can measure your pulse if you touch your wrist or your neck. You won't measure your pulse if you touch your back because you're not sensitive enough. We are very sensitive, so we can see through your clothes, through the seat or through the dashboard, and we can read your vital signs. So what it is that we can see? We see respiration and we see heart rate. We also see the heart rate variability and interval. We can see the motion and we know what you are doing. We know if you are moving your hands, legs, head, or if you talk, but we maintain your privacy because we do not know what you say. And eventually we can also see the speed that the pulse wave is going through the body, which is an indication of your blood pressure. We were able to do so with a very strong team. We are growing very rapidly, almost 25 people. Youngest employee is 37. We are dealing with deep technology, so it's a combination of a semiconductor and an algorithm. Why such a significant and complicated algorithm? The answer is automotive environment is challenging. We need to be able to solve the problem of motion and of vibration. This is why we need such a robust solution. 500 years of experience, a lot of smart people, and this is why we were able to create a very robust solution with advantages. So we talk about the small form factor, less than 1 square centimeter, very cost effective, so it can be implemented in the automotive industry. We talk about the seamless technology. The driver or other vehicle occupants doesn't need to do anything. You don't have to wear anything, you don't have to charge anything. You sit down, you relax, you drive, we monitor you, and we maintain your privacy. We talk about a safe solution. Very, very low amount of radiation, much less than a Bluetooth headset. And in the end of the day, when you combine all these things, you get a very robust solution that can help, in the end of the day, to connect the human to the car and make sure that this experience is much better. Thank you very much.
Thanks to you. So now 5 minutes for our jury. Let's get started.
I assume that you're going to work with car suppliers, tier ones, and they're very cost sensitive. So how much would this device cost?
For very large volumes, and we talk about millions, we talk about a solution that comprised of a semiconductor and software, $10 to $15.
Per device?
Yes.
So you have at least 4 or 5 devices in the car?
So the first generation will have 4 to 5 devices in the car, depends on the preference of the car manufacturer. You can also use one. Second generation, the goal is to use one system to monitor all vehicle occupants using one platform. But the first generations, the answer is yes. But still, you talk about a much more cost-effective solution than other options and much more efficient.
Between $60 to $75.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
The first generation is already ready to implementation?
Yes, the first generation, I mean, we are already at the 4th generation of the first generation. That technology is very complicated because we work with very high frequencies. So we wanted to go in baby steps in the development so we don't make mistake. First generation is ready. We signed 3 agreements so far for collaboration. We anticipate, by the way, we just finished the first engineering prototype like 4 months ago. So we started our activity, our actual commercial activity 4 months ago. 3 agreements signed, another agreement signed in another market. So, and we anticipate to sign more agreements in coming months.
So I'm curious because you're selling both like hardware and you're selling hardware, you're collecting the data, and you could also make money off the interpretation of that data, right? So what's your business model? Is it just like the one-off purchase?
You're absolutely right. Now, the business model is we are a tier 2 and we work with tier 1s and the OEMs. Basically, the automotive industry would like to get a solution that is closed. So no information is going out and it maintains privacy. However, we already built cloud infrastructure. Why? Because if I would drive the car and if I would be in a car, I would like to know what are my vitals over the day. It's a valuable information. And we will be able to offer our automotive partners to add a service to, in the end of the day, to upload the information to a secured cloud location that is also HIPAA compliant, which means also compliant with medical secrecy files. So the end user will be able, for a small amount of money, to have a monthly service and to have that data available to him, including insights into his data.
And that would be then under your brand or under the OEM's brand?
I assume that it will be under the OEM's brand because the OEMs, in the end of the day, would like to maintain some sort of a market position. But we don't care about the brand. In the end of the day, we care about the cash.
Good one. Is it though the OEMs that you have to convince so you can get the tier 1s to do this, or?
My experience is that you need to work with both ends. I mean, you need to work both with the OEMs and the tier 1s. I think that working only with one, it's a triangle. And working only with one is difficult. That's what we did with Mobileye, and that's what we are doing today. We talk both with the OEMs, and we make sure that they have the technology available through a number of tier 1s that are competent and are strong players in this area.
Have you guys taken on external capital yet?
Yes, we did we raised so far almost $7 million in seed rounds, not from VCs, but from angels. And we financed part of it ourselves. And that's the moment that we are going. And we intend in the next 6 months to go to our A round and get more institutional and professional investors on board.
Are you considering going into other verticals outside of automotive? Because I could see that, for instance, industrial manufacturing or, I don't know, many things.
Absolutely. I mean, by the way, and that's also a risk because there are so many opportunities, and we need to be careful not to be too greedy and not to chase too many opportunities. And we decided to focus on 3 verticals. One is the automotive because that's a vertical that we like and we think that there's a very strong impact. But the others are medical, which we already signed an agreement with a very large medical organization, and home monitoring with focus on elderly monitoring. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you.
No more questions. Okay, the last high five. High five. Yes, it's done.
Thank you.
So, no, wait. I have one last question because the keyword was the heartbeat. So, how was your heartbeat during your presentation?
I think it was okay. I'm
relaxed.
I did, yeah.
Cool.
I think so.
Perfect. So, good job. Yeah, this is your round of applause, of course. Stay with me on the stage because we say now bye-bye to the judge. It's time for you. You have to decide who will be the winner backstage. So, yeah, give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Our jury. And I would like, yes. And I would like to ask all the startups on stage, join us here. Where are you? Are you in the audience? Yeah. Where? Gone? Backstage? Where are they? Backstage. Yeah, they can come on stage. Yeah, they're coming. Okay, not gone. Back again. Yes, we can. Clap our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so come over to me, this position, because yeah, it was a lot of fun being here on stage, but of course you're expecting great prizes. Yeah, I told the audience about that before, and now we want to know what prizes do we have. So I would like to ask on stage Ulrich Eisele and Franz Rother. 1 and 2. Perfect. Welcome on stage. Hi. Hi. So we start because now we are telling you what the winner gets. We start with Media Manufaktur. No, it's not you. It's not you. It's just on my paper. So Media Manufaktur gives to the winner 30,000 euro as a media package. This is prize 1. So prize 2, Ulrich. Who's Ulrich? It's you. Tell me where you're from and what do you offer to the winner.
Yes, thanks. Yeah, I'm from Flux Unit. This is the Osram VC. And for sure, we are working in the heart of Munich. And that's why we offer you a package of 6 months, a good office in the heart of Munich, and the support of my VC team.
They seem happy. They seem happy. Okay, great. And then we have Franz.
Yes. My name is Franz Rother. I'm editor-in-chief of the new magazine you maybe have seen already, Edison, from the Handelsblatt Group. And my second job is to be the program director of the Automotive Summit of the Handelsblatt Group, which will take place from the 24th to the 26th of October in Sindelfingen. And you will have the chance to present your new company, your idea to the top executives of the automotive business. You will see Dieter Zetsche, Mr. Kruger from BMW, and Matthias Müller from the Volkswagen Group. So I think it's a great chance for you.
I think so too. So thank you. And last but not least, we have hardware.cu, and they will be giving a wildcard to their batch 7 Smart Mobility and Logistics Program, a value of 20,000 euros. So we can have a summary on the screen so that we can see now all the prizes, and the winner takes it all. So we can, no, the jury is still deciding who the winner will be. So let us talk. So why did you decide to enter the competition? What was the reason why?
for us a great opportunity to spread our information, tell the world about what we're doing, and at such an event like the IAA specifically, so we couldn't resist.
Okay, and what about you?
Because we feel it's an important thing what we do. And we do get a lot of interest also from the automotive industry. I mean, it's all about traffic. So we are at the right place here.
Yeah, and I've seen that there were a few people like sitting, listening, and writing down. What's the feeling like when people are sitting in front of you and writing all the time what you're saying? And oh yeah, it's good. Yeah. Oh okay, yeah.
Just expecting that they are spies.
They're spies.
I don't like spies.
Not, but spies are not sitting in the first row. Yeah, usually they're sitting at the back.
They're hiding in the back.
Okay, yeah, but it's okay for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it shows that there are interest from everyone actually, and it's good to see that we can attract the attention of people.
Okay, and so it's done already. Yeah. So how do you feel now?
Well, actually, we love pitching because I think all the startup wants to communicate about the innovation. So it's good to be before. It's a great challenge. It's good to be afterwards because we have a sort of debrief and we learn from the experience. So that's good to be afterwards.
Okay, and you came all the way from the USA to Germany, Frankfurt?
Yep, correct.
So was it worse?
Of course. I think we had a great opportunity to present our company and to get outstanding exposure, and we'd love to have that exposure, especially, think about it, we worked for so long, and only 4 months ago we were able to launch a product, and we want people to know about it, and that was the right event, and we are grateful.
So, last chance for you, maybe the jury can hear you. One statement, why does the jury, Jascha, pick your idea?
Well, I think that all of the startups presented amazing ideas, but what we presented can really inflict and change people's lives. In the short term, it can save lives and improve quality of life. So I think that the combination of simplicity of implementation and impact on many people's lives needs to win the game.
Okay, and why should they pick your idea?
Well, I guess everybody agrees directional sound is a relevant, useful, and sexy innovation, but we definitely need help to launch it.
CarPay-Diem is all about user experience and added value for every participant of the fuel ecosystem. And we are the only one positioned like this.
Okay.
Well, I do the whole thing because I want my children to breathe clean air. Period.
Okay, they're with you here? No. That's home?
No.
No. Maybe, could be. And what about you? Why should they pick your idea?
Because it can help to create future cities which are just much more cleaner and less traffic and much more livable. And in a world where urbanization is the big trend, I think we can help that to make that happen.
Great, so let me have a look. Oh. He's gone. No, wait. This is funny, you know. They give me all the time signs like yeah. So what is it now? Okay, maybe a round of applause for René. René, come on. This is René. Maybe you can give him a round of applause. So what is the current sign? It's like this. So they decide that yes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome our jury once again on stage. Aye. Shall I take the microphone? Then you don't have to keep it all the time. So, whoa, what happened? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You were 6. What?
He had to run to a flight.
Okay, so it was no. Okay, he is still alive. Okay, so no fighting. No fighting backstage. Okay, so, yes. Okay, yeah, for me, okay, yes. Okay, so, yeah. Is there anyone? Come on. Ladies first. Okay, come. You can, just tell me, was it difficult or was it easy?
Honestly, should we be honest? It's a first for me. We do this a lot. We judge all the time. It was such a toss-up that we had to flip a coin because it was split right down the middle between two teams, and we couldn't agree. So we flipped a coin.
You flipped a coin.
We flipped a coin, honestly.
No.
Yes.
Wow. Wait, so take the microphone. Yes.
There were two teams that got the same number of votes. So, you know, in life, it's not only being the best one, it's also having a little bit of luck. So, in the end of the day, and the time we have, this is what was decided. Do you have like a drum set or something for the winner?
Sure, wait. No, do we have a drum set? No, we don't. Or maybe you can do it with a microphone. Come on here. Maybe you can do it like. Oh my gosh! Not with a microphone. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The winner, early stage. Put your hands together for Hawa Dawa. Congratulations. So this is your prize. Wait, I take, this was my. So, some words.
Oh, wow. I'm out of words, honestly. So I feel honored, and I really appreciate that obviously you're also feeling the need to do something here and the potential that the whole thing has. And I think this is just the beginning. I mean, we're basically learning about new use cases every week, and that feels a little bit like the drone thing. At the start, nobody knew what's the drone good for except taking photos of firing missiles. So and now there are use cases coming up, all kinds of use cases. So we're feeling a bit in the same situation. And yeah, we're looking forward for what's to come and what's to achieve.
You got a great prize from the Hardware Co.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this before. Yeah, congratulations.
Perfect.
And you want to add something?
There's one more little trick up my sleeve. So I can't talk about it yet, but I'm also going to offer you 2 weeks in either Berlin or wherever the new thing is going to open up. It's going to be a huge multi-transportation and energy program, and we're going to give you 2 weeks of free co-working space and mentoring. But I'll tell you what that is in the next months, okay? You're welcome.
Okay, great. So, yeah, congratulations. But before you leave, I would like to ask Emmanuel on stage. Where is Emmanuel? Because we have a special prize. You're Emmanuel. Welcome on stage. And
my name is Guillaume. Manu is my colleague. And I know what you will think. I'm French, so I'm a bad English speaker. That's true. Sorry, but I will do my best. So I'm Guillaume from Usinio, the bigger hardware accelerator in Europe. And we are launching a new program in Station F in Paris, the best place for the startup now. And our accelerator is dedicated to mobility, autonomous and connected. So we are here, we are invited as a partner by New Mobility World. So we thank them, and we are really proud of it. And we have to give a special prize to a startup. So you understood that we work with hardware project, in mobility, in autonomous, in connected. So this prize is this beautiful space rocket and a place in our accelerator, and it's for TeleRetail. It's for you. Congratulations. Congratulations.
so thank you very much. A special prize for you. So once again, thanks to the startups. Thanks to you, to the jury, and thanks for all the great prizes. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the last time. A round of applause. Thank you very much, and see you tomorrow. We start on this stage at 10 a.m., and there is a second finale tomorrow, 7:15 with the seniors. So have a good time here in Frankfurt, and hopefully see you tomorrow again. Bye. Dankeschön.